For $8, you honestly can't do better. Look how pretty that is. Girl, so good. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I am so excited for this video because we're doing a full face of makeup, $20 and under. We're doing the look on my face today, and I love doing price point videos. They're so fun. I'm definitely going to do higher price points as well, but I figured to start off the year with price points, we're going to do a lower price point, and I'm really happy with this makeup look. I would love to know down below if there are other really affordable products that you want me to test out, because I feel like right now finding an affordable product even at just the drugstore is impossible. Everything has gotten so expensive, so I would love to know down below what products do you feel like, or brands do you feel like are affordable that you want me to try out. Please let me know down below, because I'm always on the hunt for more affordable makeup. And yeah, I just want to jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this full face of makeup using products $20 and under. A full face of makeup using products $20 and under, you guys. Let's get into it. I'm excited. First things first, we're actually going to start complexion instead of brows today, and we're going to use this product here from Undone Beauty, and this is their Unfoundation, and this is their glow tint. I think it's called glow tint. Yeah, glow tint. They have one that's also matte, so if you need something that's more matte, I would go with that one, but this one is great. And I have the shade, I always have such a hard time reading the shades on this, 450 Almond Latte Medium, and I feel like, I mean, hello, a great shade match. So we're going to use this today, and I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand here, just a little bit. I don't, even though it's light coverage, I like to kind of, this is a product that's, you can layer nicely and you don't have to feel like you need to go heavy handed at first. So this is the color. I feel like that's a pretty good shade match, and I'm just going to take this brush here, and or any fluffy brush, it doesn't matter what type of brush. I'm going to just take this brush here, and I'm going to get it in this, and then I'm going to apply it to my face. And I just love this application method because I feel like it kind of just makes my skin look more like skin as opposed to skin with makeup on it, if that makes sense, which is the best. Who doesn't want that? Okay, that looks great. I'm actually going to do a touch more, just a little touch, just that amount more. I hope that my camera can focus. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more, and I just want to focus it kind of on this section of my face. So again, we're going in with this. You can also apply this with your fingers, and you can also apply it with a sponge. I just prefer this method lately, but I a lot of the time just apply my makeup with my fingers, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Okay, we are blended. Next, we're going to go on to brows, and we're using a multi-purpose product, which is great. We're using this from Thread Beauty, and it is their 3-in-1. I believe it's 3-in-1, right? 3-in-1 brow styler, and this comes with a brow gel. It comes with a spoolie in it, which is genius, and then it also comes with a brow pencil. So I thought, why not? This is great, and this is like $8. You kidding me? That's great. And the hold on this brow gel is really nice. All right, we are gelled. You just have to make sure you let this sit for a second to dry, because you don't want to like move it around if you go on with the brow pencil. Next, we're gonna go on with the brow pencil, which is this side, and the shade that I got in the brow pencil is, oh my gosh, the writing is so small. Look at this. This is where the shade name is. Girl, I cannot read that. It is deep brown. And we're just going to take this off, and this is the shape of the brow pencil. It kind of is really similar to the Kosas brow pencil, the first one that came out. It kind of has that like triangle shape. It's like that. And this is a nice brow pencil to feather in hairs, so we're just going to quickly feather them in. Brows are filled. This is as good as they're going to get until I get them done in 2 weeks. So we're just going to move on to concealer. We're going to use two products. First one is this one from Milani. I think I talked about this in my last video, or second to last video. Either way, I talked about this recently. This is a Milani under eye corrector, kind of under eye tint product. And I have the shade Peach, and let me get the full name, the Brightening Under Eye Tint. And this is really nice, and it's very much a no makeup product. So I'm going to take this much. Every time I squeeze it out, I always take too much. That is bordering on too much. A very little bit of this goes a long way. So I'm going to just take this on. Yeah, no, I took way too much. So we're going to just do a little bit. See, too much. What am I thinking? But, you know, now I'm committed. So I gotta just blend it out. So I'm going to just blend it out with my fingers. You can use it with a sponge or a brush. Since this is a very light coverage product, I like to use my finger or a brush. But today we're just going to go with a finger, with my finger, and we're just going to blend it out. And it blends out so nicely. If you like, do you see that? That's very nice coverage. Now, I still have some darkness peeking through, but it is a very nice no makeup product. And if I'm, you know, at the beach or I'm running errands and I just want something, this would also be good. If you like to wear makeup to the gym, this would be a great product for that as well. I just love that product. It is so good, and I'm so happy I discovered it, and it is a really nice price point. I believe it's $10, $10 or $11 for something that does this good of a job is really nice. It's hydrating. You don't need to wear a under eye cream under it if you don't want to. I still do because I like keep my under eyes hydrated, and I feel like sometimes my under eyes get dry. So it's nice to have a little bit of eye cream underneath this, but I've also worn it without eye cream and it's been great. Next, we're going to move on to a more traditional concealer. We're not going to use a ton of it, but this is the Thread Beauty Concealer, and I feel like this, first of all, has not been talked about a lot. I have talked about it before on my channel, but it needs to be talked about more because it's like $8 or something crazy, and it is a very nice concealer. So we're going to just do a little dab just right where the majority of my darkness is. All right, I'm going to blend this with my finger, and we're just going to kind of focus it right where the darkness is. And it is a very nice product, and the finish is gorgeous. It is very much kind of a your skin finish in my opinion, which I really like. And you can use this all over your face. It's kind of a multi-use product. I mean, you can do that with any concealer really, but this is a beautiful product to also use all over the face. And I just really like this. And for $8, you honestly can't do better. This is so good. Now we're going to move on to bronzer, and I have one cream and one powder, and I think we might end up using both just because why not? Let's be extra. The first one is the LYS Beauty Bronzer. I love this. I have the shade Harmony in this, and I know there are people who think I wear bronzer that is too light. I like this shade. It works for me. However, if you want a darker bronzer color for you, go for it. But I really like this. I'm going to take this brush here. I'm going to dip in, and I'm going to just apply it to my cheeks. And I just look how beautiful that is. It's so good. I love it. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of the product left on the back of my hand and apply it to just, it can be any brush, but this brush is from Patrick Ta. It's their nose contour brush, and I really like to add whatever bronzer I used to kind of create a more cohesive look and putting it on my nose. It's not really meant to contour. I look crazy with contour. Some people look so good and I look insane. So this just kind of makes the look more cohesive without it being too crazy. So that's what I like to do. And then I'm just going to take this and blend it out. Our bronze. Next, we're going to move on to blush, and we're going on with this blush here. This is the Hot Fluff from Jason Wu Beauty. This is so good. So you can use it on your lips, your cheeks, wherever you want. And I have the shade, I think this is Nutmeg something. Nutmeg Spice. I also have a few other shades, but this one is just my fave. So I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Look how pretty that is. Girl, so good. And we're going to take just this brush here, a slanted cheek brush. And I'm just going to dip in, make sure I have enough product on this brush, and just lightly start to build it because she can be pigmented and I don't want to be too crazy with the blush just yet. Look how pretty that shade is. It is just so good. I love it. And then I'm just taking a fluffy brush to just go around the edges so that she's not looking too stark of a line. So good. I just love that blush. It is so good. The finish is beautiful. The way that it wears is beautiful. It has more of a matte finish, but not matte where it looks flat. Matte where you kind of still can have a little bit of glow peeking through, but it just isn't super glowy or anything like that, but the longevity is also there. It's just so good. Now we're gonna move on to a little bit of a highlight, and I don't want it to be super intense, so I think what I'm gonna go on with is this one from Versed, and this is their golden shade. I also have their darker shade here, but we're gonna go on with the golden shade just on the high points of my cheek, just the smallest drop. So, okay, it would be helpful if I showed it correctly. So this is it, and I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger, and we are just gonna very lightly apply it to the high points of our cheek. Then I'm gonna take a little bit and also put it down my nose and highlight my nose. Next, what I want to do is set with a little bit of powder. I have two options here. One is kind of cheating because it's a mini, so I don't know if I'm going to use that one, but this one from LYS Beauty, their translucent setting powder here. And then the other one is a mini of the Kosas Cloud Set setting powder, which I guess is kind of cheating because the full size is not under $20, but this one is under $20. I think I'm gonna go with the LYS Beauty one to kind of really be true to the theme. And we're gonna just apply a little bit of this very lightly. This is more of like a true matte powder, so I don't like to over apply this, but definitely in my T-zone. I mean, did you just see what that did? It really mattifies. All right, we are set. Next, I want to use actually the powder bronzer version of the LYS bronzer in Harmony. I'm just going to use the powder version of that on my eyes because I love to kind of have the look be cohesive. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that powder and we're going to put it in our crease and just all over the lid. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a little bit of the translucent setting powder, and right where the bronzer is, I'm just like ends, I'm going to take it to kind of really create a little bit more of flow, if that makes sense. That is always a really good trick for avoiding your eyeshadow to look super, super stark and kind of just blend up kind of more seamlessly. You can also just use a lighter eyeshadow color, but today we're going to use the translucent powder because it's here. And we're also going to take a little bit of this bronzer shade and we're going to pull it down on our lower lash line because that is my fave. Now what I want to do is I want to take a little bit of shimmer on the lid, and then I also want to do some brightening in the tear duct area. So first we're going to take this product from Range Beauty, and this is their eyeshadow, and this is the shade Sunkissed, and I feel like with this shade it's just going to look so good, the shade of the bronzer. So this product, I'm going to just show you, has like a little bit of a trampoline in it, and it is such a beautiful shade. So I just took a little bit. It's like more of a goldeny shade, but it is just so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. And we're just going to kind of focus it. Oh my gosh. Do you see how pretty that is? Do you see how pretty that is? And we're just going to kind of focus it, not too high up into the crease, but if it gets into like over the crease, it's fine. You know, it's not the worst thing, but I don't want it to go too hard up. And we're just going to apply it. Oh, it's so pretty. I feel like the light is catching both eyes at different angles, so I want to make sure you can really see how beautiful the eyeshadow is. It is so good. I am obsessed. So then for inner corner, I want something brightening. So we're going to go on with this palette here. This is an Undone Beauty eyeshadow quad, and this is their Outfit Optional palette. And I'm just going to go on with this shade right here, and I'm going to just take it and just lightly kind of apply. And I know that looks crazy and you're like, girl, you said lightly. I know, but we're gonna blend it out because I know these products are like pigmented. I'm loving the makeup so far, feeling real good. Next we're gonna move on to eyeliner options, and I have two options, but I do think I know which one I'm gonna go with. First, I have this like eyeshadow stick from Jason Wu Beauty, and this is their matte black, but I feel like it's a little too harsh for the look. So I think I'm gonna go on with the Tower 28 multi-liner, and this is in the shade Draw Me. Yeah, Draw Me. And I'm gonna just do a little bit of a line. Now that I've done that, I do feel like I need a little bit more depth. I'm actually going to take a little bit of this Jason Wu Beauty eyeshadow. This is just their black, like their solid black, and it's their matte. And I'm just going to take a slanted brush and I'm going to like really jam it into, okay, jam it in. Like, can I be a little less aggressive? I'm going to add it in to my lash line. All right, I love what that did. That was definitely the right choice. The Jewel Sticks from Jason Wu Beauty, or I believe it's called the Jewel Stick. Yeah, the Jewel Sticks. This one and the matte ones, the longevity is crazy. Super long wearing. I haven't tried the shimmery ones, but this is so long wearing and it does not budge. It's so good. So if the shimmery ones are even half the longevity and hold of this one, you'll be good. These are so, so good. Now we're going to curl our lashes and go in with mascara. Now we're moving on to mascara. We're going to use the Ami Collet mascara because I haven't talked about her in a while and she is nice. And I like to clean off the wand just because there is a lot of product on it. I always like to clean off the wands. When I don't of any mascara, there's a handful of ones where I'll say I definitely don't need to clean off the wand, like it's good. Those are the ones, those are the only ones that I don't like to clean the wand off for or don't need to. This one I need to clean the wand off. And I love the way that this mascara just builds up your lashes. It's so nice. This is one coat of that mascara. What do you guys think? I'm going to do a second coat, but I wanted you guys to see one coat. And then we're going to go on with the second. I re-dipped it and I'm going to clean off the wand again. You don't actually have to re-dip it, but sometimes I just like to re-dip. Sometimes I also don't. I'm fickle like that. So we're going to do another coat. And that's two coats, a little bit on my lower lash line. And I love the way that this builds up lashes. The thing I will know is between applications, like between coats, don't wait too long because it is a little bit of a thicker formula. And not thick in a bad way, but just a thicker formula. Because it is building up your lashes, you do not want to wait too long because sometimes if you wait too long between coats, you can get a little bit of clumping. But this is a nice mascara. If I wear it on my bottom lashes, I do need to make sure I set my concealer because sometimes I can get a little bit of running, especially because I have runny eyes, especially now because I don't know what allergies all of a sudden I'm getting, but I am getting a little bit of allergies. So I definitely need to make sure I set my under eye with this because again, I do get weepy, runny eyes, which is... she's not cute. Now we're moving on to lips, and this lip liner is going on first. So this is the Jason Wu Beauty lip liner, and this is my most used shade of the lip liners, and this is the shade Sill, shade 10. Oh my gosh, you know when you've had something for a while and it just, the writing rubs off and then you can't really tell? I can see the shade, the number 10, so just go with that. And we're going to line our lips. We are lined, and I am looking, the shade looks a little bit more warm in the monitor than it does in person. It is more of a neutral brown shade. Now we're going to move on with this from the brand Naturium. And I always say this name wrong. I always say Natrium, Naturium. I've said it 1,000 different ways. I think it's Naturium. And this is in the shade Jam, I believe. Where's the name? Jam. And this is such a pretty shade. Oh my gosh, I love this. And these are so hydrating. I just love the tint that this gives. This is such a good product. Again, this is the shade Jam. This is, I don't know if I said the name of the product. This is their Phyto Glow Lip Balm. This is really good. I really like how hydrating it is. I like the tint that it gives, where it's not too much tint for like a true no makeup day. It just gives a little bit of something, and it's hydrating, which is key because Mama's lips have been struggling. I have been struggling with my lips lately. They are so dry. So products like this are just a godsend. And yeah, that's it for the makeup look. That is it for my full face of makeup using products $20 and under. I would love to know, what do you think of the makeup look? What products intrigued you? Which ones have you tried? Let me know down below. Also, what other price points are you kind of looking for? I do want to do ones that are like 50, 30, you know, kind of do it more stacked, but I do know people are looking for more affordable makeup because makeup prices are crazy. Makeup prices at the drugstore are insane. Truly insane lately. So I would love to know what other price points you would love to see a full face of, whether you want to see a full face of super expensive, more luxury makeup, and so on. Let me know down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.